Hello. Good morning, happy Sunday or Monday, or really whatever day it is that you are watching this YouTube documentary. My name's Cara Claudia. Cheers. This is my first little yip yap session about my weekly hyperfixations. I have ADHD and the 1-2 punch combo of the autism, odd ADHD. Not that I'm odd, but I am odd. And so I get like really fixated on certain things. I want to bring them to you because frankly, the people in my life, the two friends that I have, including my, they're spirits. So this morning, I guess it's afternoon now, so, whatever, cheers. We've got a little Prosecco mixed with some, like, raw apple cider, not the vinegar, just, like, the apple cider, and some lemon juice. It's very festive. For fall, it's great. You're gonna love it. All right, so this is very unstructured, and I'm not talking about the Dan and Donna Dream Team, because I don't know, there's a lot of reasons. Not that I'm saying I'm done investigating or reporting on that. It's just, one, it's like very depressing. Like the whole situation is just like sad to me. Two, people on the internet are fucking rude and mean, and like, I get it. That's like part of putting yourself out there, is you're gonna get like people that don't like you. Hello. But people are like, she's losing her teeth and her sunglasses are stupid. And first of all, I'm not losing my teeth, and I love my sunglasses because I think they make me look beautiful. Blink, 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 blink. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna, everyone on TikTok is like, let's get into it. And I need something better to say. Let's fucking go. Excuse me. Okay. The first thing that I have been hyperfixating and obsessed over this week is the 3-eye atlas space situation. So this 3-eye atlas, first they were saying it's a big rock. It's like a big comet or meteorite or something like that. And now they're like, well, it seems to like have its own like controls or something. So it's able to like slow down and speed up. Well, the freakiest thing I heard was that, okay, so the 3-eye atlas supposedly by Friday the 3rd is going to be like really close to Mars. So I don't really know what that means. But the really crazy thing that I heard was that it was like near the sun or something.
All right, let me give you guys an update on 3-eye atlas. As you guys know, I've been posting videos in regards to this interstellar comet that's traveling through our solar system. I reported that to be 130,000 miles per hour. But here's the funny part of what happened this past few days. So 3-eye atlas, it disappeared for about 19 minutes from every single tracking telescope on Earth. Scientists, astronomers have been amazed, shocked by the fact that 3-eye atlas teleported, meaning that it was there at one moment and gone the next. So 3-eye atlas jumped about 211 million miles from Mars to Jupiter in a matter of 19 minutes. It's like if you took a slingshot, so imagine a slingshot with a rock, and you throw the rock, and that's basically what it did. It teleported that many miles, which is amazing everybody right now. And then reappeared 19 minutes later. 19 minutes later. There's 7 more objects throughout the solar system, our solar system, kind of working together with 3-eye atlas. And hear me out. I don't want to freak anybody out. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just reporting what I read. And they are actually receiving sort of a pulse signal. It's like if they were scanning Earth.
All of these telescopes, right, on Earth are pointed and looking at it because they're like, what is this thing? Now, we know what it is. Obviously, it's aliens. Hello. But the scientists are left befuddled. They don't know what's going on with this 3-eye atlas. So the 3-eye atlas was on all the telescope camera things or whatever. And then for 19 minutes, it vanished. It was like freaking gone. And then it reappeared itself at like Neptune, which for context was like 120 million light years away from the freaking other planet. Also, this is not going to be like a very well researched thing, at least this first time around. Like, please give me some grace. Moving on. If that is really what happened and it's not just some technology glitch thing, that means this thing freaking moved like what would take a regular, you know, planet Earth spaceship like years to get to. It did it in 19 minutes. I think it's aliens. They also said the whole craft itself is like, has, I don't know, exhaust, like it's moving. And I think that's just extremely freaky. I think we do not know everything that goes on in the stars. We don't even know everything that goes on here in the freaking oceans. So it's probably aliens. Like, let's get ready. The fact that this thing is 5 kilometers, which is like AKA in American measurements, that is like 3 miles or something, like 3 square miles, which is like the size of a city. That's how big this thing is, and it's in the sky. We should be more alarmed. So I think everyone needs to just start freaking out over that. I'm freaking out over the 3-eye atlas. Are you? Please join me during these troubling times. The next obsession I've had this week, this is an ongoing one, but I am rewatching Jersey Shore and Jersey Shore Family Vacation, and I'm obsessed with it. It is so good and so nostalgic. So I'm a millennial, 91, birth year, not when I graduated from college, although you might assume that based on my aged appearance. But rewatching that and then like seeing them all as adults it's so freaking good. It's so good. It's like, because the world is kind of like going to shit right now, it's like been my comfort show. So I've been like rewatching it from season 1, like when they're all like, Patty's here. Like, I loved Snooki. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my God, Snooki, if you see this, I'm obsessed with you. I'm also obsessed with her podcast. It's called It's Happening with Snooki and Joey, and it is so freaking funny. So I think she's maybe a couple years older than me, but when Jersey Shore first came out, I was in college, and it was like the freaking reality television show. And by the way, like, I feel like millennials, we just got like the best of the reality television like era. Was like started in like the mid 2000s up until like, you know, like 2012s, whatever, 2015s. Jersey Shore, we had oh my God, the Paris and Nicole, The Simple Life, Joe Millionaire, Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, and then like the offshoots of that, like, oh my God, just iconic reality television. But yes, I'm obsessed with rewatching Jersey Shore because it just reminds me of my youth and just that whole like leopard print and just getting crazy, and the clubs were such a, you could not catch me in a club now. Like, I'm closer to like, you know, the Costco membership club, or like maybe, you know, like the Capital One something at the airport club, you know, whatever. But I'm not going to a club now. But in like the 2010s, oh my God, we were just out there. We had our little blazers on and our freaking like those band mini skirts and freaking stilettos, and our bunions were just like aching in those shoes. And man, what a time to be alive. It was really great. And Four Loko was the original recipe. So we were really getting fucked up, because those things were like 3 Red Bulls plus like 3-4 shots all in one. You would slam that in the back of a cab because we didn't have Ubers. We'd have to call in the Minneapolis. It was yellow taxi or blue and white taxi. And, oh, what a time. What a time to be alive. Okay, moving right along. My next obsession, hyperfixation, is a snack. So we're kind of switching gears. Fruit Riot. None of this is an ad, by the way. Obviously, hello. But if you want to sponsor me, is open. Okay, but this Fruit Riot it's real fruit. So it's a frozen fruit that's like dipped in some kind of like Sour Patch Kid sauce or like topping. I don't know. It's freaking delicious. I had tried the one that was grape, and then I tried one that was mangoes. I have a freaking sweet tooth, and I love like sweet and like Sour Patch Kids. But as previously stated, I do have my teeth, but I do have gum disease also. So I'm like really trying to be good about my teeth. And I just spent like several thousands of dollars on my freaking dental care. I'm still missing 2 teeth. So if there is a dentist watching this who's bored and would like to 3D print me some 2 new teeth, we can figure out how to get them in there. I would love that. But yes, I'm trying to be like more healthy vibe. But this Fruit Riot, these things are freaking delicious. So they have the grape and they have the mango. And they're like coated in some kind of freaking sweet, sour delicacy. And I'm obsessed with this. It's like candy, but it's fruit. And it's like pretty medium low sugar. Like I don't know what they're putting in those things. But I really like this Fruit Riot. So Fruit Riot, we love you. We love you, girl. Next item of operations today. I am obsessed with Carvana. Again, this is not an ad. These are just my freaking things this week. I don't know. Next week it could be like 18th century like philosophy, or I'm gonna type a crayon. I mean, this is how my brain works here. I'm obsessed with Carvana. Hashtag not an ad. Okay, so I have needed a vehicle for some time now. So basically, work from home, and I have like 2 friends, and one of them lives here. He's my boyfriend, and so I don't really go many places. The places that I go to are the gas station. I am a big supporter of formerly known as Super America gas station. Now it is called Speedway here in Minnesota. Big frequent flyer there. I have a lot of reward points. I go there and I buy my smokes and my giant big gulp Diet Cokes. I'm a happy woman when I am in my element at the gas station. The people of the gas station, those are my family members. Those are my battle buddies. These are people I treasure with my whole being. You know, these are my people. These are my people. The people of the gas station, we are united. So, I had a car, and I wasn't going anywhere because if I needed to get smokes or a Diet Coke or, 20 candy snacks after hours, I would usually just walk to the gas station like a degenerate youth. So I did not have a vehicle for quite a while, and I just Uber everywhere, especially if I'm gonna have like a little wine. I still Uber a lot of places. Okay, calm down, you just bought a car. It's a used car, relax. So we went and test drove a car at like a bargain center. I don't know, it was not like a great experience, but I saw the car online that I liked. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just going to like go in. I pinpointed it down. I already did like my pre-approval with my bank. Like this should be very easy. Bing, bang, bong. Let's go. So we were like test driving this car, and it's very nice. It's a Cadillac. I feel like a bougie, I feel like very rich. Even though the car has like 150,000 miles and is under $10,000. You know what? In this economy, please. So we're like driving it. The young man who is what do they call themselves? The sellers? The dealers? I don't think they're the dealer, the salesman, the sales associate. He was very nice. He was 12, I believe. I'm not even sure if he was able to drive, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, the whole thing was seeming too good to be true. And you know what they say, excuse me, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So we're like driving around, and Chris and the lad are kicking so much. I'm almost getting irritated. The car's driving fine. I mean, it's like a 2016, and like I said, it had like 150,000 miles. So this is not like a brand new vehicle, but it had like the fancy sunroof. It had a lot of like buttons to touch. I was overwhelmed with all the varieties of what cars have to offer now. All of the vehicles I've ever had at least 90,000 miles when I bought them. And that would be like a fancy car. Most of them had like 120. Whatever. Anyway, so they're like kikiing and just yip-yapping about how he's like, oh, this is my second week on the job. It's like, okay. He's 12 again. And he's like, I don't know what I want to do. I want to be a teacher, but I want to travel the world. And Chris is like giving him book recommendations. I'm like, oh my God, make it stop. And I'm like, are you about to like adopt him? Like, they were having too much fun for my liking. No, I'm kidding. It was great. But also I was like, you guys need to shut up so I can hear if like the car is going to explode, you know? So I test drive it. They don't even pay one attention to the vehicle or me driving. They're in their own world, just yapping about traveling the world. Chris is like, go do this, go do that. I'm like, get over it. We get back to the thing. They didn't even notice I left, you know. They're like, just whatever. We get back. I'm like, I will buy it. I will buy it. Well, no dice, basically. So we went and sat down with the 12-year-old, and honestly, he was a very nice kid. He's nice. I mean, he's like a child. Hello. I didn't, you know, okay. So I'm like, I will buy it. Give me the paper. Let's, you know, sign it. He's like, okay. So he goes away. They always have to, like, they're like, I have to go to this, you know, the managers, or like, you know, it's like the same places where the underwriters live. If you ever bought a house or tried to buy a house, like what... I don't know what that is. It's like a mysterious freaking job, land. I don't think real people do it. Anyway, so he was like, I have to go talk to the sales manager in some random room. Leaves us. I'm thinking he's never going to return. I'm like starting to panic. I'm starting to get freaking anxiety. I'm like doing this, you know, like I'm digging at my freaking cuticles. I'm sitting there like hyperventilating. So I'm like, it's been like half an hour. I'm like starting to be like literally panicking. And so, like actually having a panic attack. So I was like, I excused myself like a lady, even though, you know, he was gone. He was gone with the wind. And he actually, then I saw him take this other people who had been there much after us. He took them on a test drive, and it was like a whole family, and then we're just gone. I was like, hello? He just left us. So I went to the bathroom. I'm like panicking. Took half of freaking Ativan because I was like, I'm gonna literally pass away in this toilet. So I like had to splash some water on my hands. I'm like trying to like deep breathe. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror like, am I even a person? It's like the overhead lights. It's like, I'm gonna spend $10,000. To me, that's a lot of freaking money. Hello. Was I even talking about this is not Carvana, by the way. This was a different dealership. Anyway, long story short, I finally started calming down because I took 0.25 milligrams of lorazepam to quell my anxiety disorder, panic. And then this other young chap comes over. He looks about bar mitzvah age, I would say, a permit driver range, a ginger. And that's important. That is a key detail here. He was a ginger. So he comes and sits down. Now we have been seated there for 45 minutes, okay? I test drove the vehicle for maybe 15. So I'm starting to like lose my mind. The young ginger boy comes over, and he's trying to kiki with me, but I'm like, I don't know. because I'm also panicking and like feel like I'm gonna throw up and pass away in the bargain car lot dealership office area. Anyway, I am drinking a sparkling water because I did try to drink their water, but it tasted like, it was very cold, which I appreciated, but it tasted like those plastic cups from 1998. If you know, you know. So I was not enjoying that. And it was a Waterloo. I had a Waterloo can. He was like, oh, do you like Waterloo? And I was like, yeah, it's good. And he was like, great, great, great. So we can't actually sell you that vehicle today, unless you would like to put $5,000 down. I was like, huh? That's like half of the vehicle price. First of all, if I'm going to put a down payment down, it's going to be like a shoe, a nickel, and a rubber band. That's what I have. It's like, I'm not rich. And then he goes, but I can sell you this different car. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, I came here with this specific vehicle in mind. And if it's not going to work out, like, I'll just go on my merry way. And he said, well, do you even need a car? Do you even want a car? And I was like, huh? Why are you asking me if I need or want a car? It's like, I'm here at a freaking car dealership. Hello. So that was really weird. And then I got really flustered and then we left. But then, so I had test driven this car and I was like, I like it. It feels bougie. It feels fancy. It feels great. I remembered Carvana. This is if they were sponsoring me, I would put some kind of like thing here. So I went on the Carvana website and they had the exact car that I had test driven. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And it was the same year, same, you know, all the buttons and like magical elements, but it had like a third of the miles on it. So it was like under 50, it was like 50,000 miles or something. And like a good rate. And so I like did all the, it was so easy. I just like beep boop bopped like my information in. And then it was like, you got it. You schedule a time to delivery. Delivery was free. I was amazed. This is flabbergasting. I mean, we are living in the future. I was able to order a car off the internet as I would order a Domino's pizza. I mean, my mind was absolutely blown. This was incredible. So yeah, it got delivered on Friday. I had to do they had to like, I had to sign some shit, you know? Like, I don't know, was that dust or was that a ghost? Neither here nor there. But, yeah. So I had to get like something notarized because whatever, that's like how they do it. But I did it online. It was all like on my phone. So I just like got on the camera and showed them my ID at the same time. And then I just signed it with my finger. And then on Friday morning, they literally dropped off a vehicle like at my door. What? It was so great. So anyway, like, if you have to buy a vehicle in your future, buy it at Carvana. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it. Okay, that was like a whole lot, but we still have more, believe it or not. We have 2 more items on the agenda for today, and I hope you're having a good time because I know that I did.
That's my life. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed it because I know I did.
Okay, next on my list is I have been hyperfixated on the 1990s Happy Meal toys from McDonald's and like remembering them. Why? I have no idea. Something is not right upstairs. So we love a little nostalgia though. So actually, and I like this. So I bought Furbies, the mini ones. Okay, now I need to speak about this for a second because I really don't know what's going on. The Boo Boo. Why? They look really scary. Like, at least these things, like, this guy looks, I mean, he looks like he's seen better days. He's divorced, and, you know, he rips bong hits, and I think he works like maybe as like not a program manager. He's definitely like not a middle manager. I'm so sorry. Like he hasn't gotten promoted yet, but like probably something like light in finance, or it could be like a creative graphic designer or something. He's like about to lose his job. You can tell by the way that he is, and with his eyes, he's kind of, oh, look at he's staring. Oh, okay. So I like that. I like this. And it has a little keychain. So this is my Labubu. And it's called Furby, from McDonald's. The year was that these came out. I believe this was 2000. And believe it or not, this is from Simon Marketing Inc. of Los Angeles, California. So, buy local. So this is very fun. I'm very obsessed with these. And if you move him, it's almost like he's alive. He doesn't have a name yet, but I think he might be named Simon or Doug. But he's definitely like 39 and he's going through a divorce. But he's gonna make it work. He's gonna figure out those child support payments. Thank you, Doug, for coming on the show today. I really appreciate your time. Last but not least, I would really like to discuss something that's been milling around my mind all week. And this hyperfixation, this will probably be one that kind of continues, but may not. We'll see. But I've had this idea. Now, if you know me in real life, I apologize for seeing you under these troubling circumstances. This is great, by the way. I feel festive. I would like to discuss faking my own death. That was like a dramatic pause for effect. For the sole purpose, well, two purposes actually, but the main purpose of so that I could stage a funeral for myself. Now, in the funeral, I will be there because I'll be in the casket, but I won't be dead. I will actually be alive. And I will have to maybe wear like an earpiece or something, because unless we're getting, like a cheapy, inflatable casket. I mean, I haven't really hammered out all the details to how exactly I would execute this. But again, this is just, concept, an idea. This is just something, this is a big picture project. Okay. So I want to fake my own death so I could stage my funeral, and then I can just be in the casket either with a listening device or something. And I can, first of all, I want to hear what these people have to say about me. I want to know. I want to know, are they nice? Are they crying enough? Are they experiencing a lot of mourning? Are they mournful? Or are they like good riddance? So I want to kind of like feel out the vibe, like to how it would be if, if I was gone. Not that I want to, by the way. This is just silly. Satire. So I also want to know like who would show up. Like which of my friends would actually show up at my fake funeral. They wouldn't know it's fake. They would think it's real. And then during it, I would open up the casket and then I would dramatically maybe be lifted up, perhaps with like a harness, kind of like a levy puller system. And then I would kind of emerge, maybe I'd fly a little bit. It would be shocking to people. They would say, what? They might say, what a miracle. Or they might be scared. I'm not exactly sure what the vibe would be, but that would be something that I would be then taking back to the laboratory and analyzing, because this is really all about science. This is for science. This is a science podcast. This is not even a podcast. This is a YouTube. Hello. Good morning. So I really would like to do that. I would also like to do that so I could maybe get a new identity, like an alias or something, and then like my student loans won't exist because she has passed away. Now, I have tried this maneuver before when I've had debt collectors calling me. Obviously, the debt collector calls, I will answer if they've been calling over and over again. And I'll say, please stop calling. She's passed away and we are grieving at this time. It hasn't stopped them, but it has spooked some of the debt collectors who were doing those phone calls, which sounds like a terrible job, by the way. I think I would hate that. That actually sounds horrible to me. But yes, interested and hyperfixated on faking my own death so I can stage a funeral. I want to know which of my exes are going to show up, if any. I want to know which of these so-called friends out there in the stratosphere would be attending. Who would be crying the most? You know, what are they going to say? What stories are they going to tell? And what photos are they going to use? Now, because I have a sneaking suspicion that a couple of them would come and be very mournful, but then the photos they would select would be where I look terrible and they look good. So if I caught that, that would be another thing we would bring back to the lab for analysis. Because that's not going to fly. And I actually think it would be great if you could just like I think you can actually. You can pre-plan or prepay for your funeral. I'd want to have strict instructions about what people can say, the order of events. I really like this idea of me exiting the coffin dramatically. Maybe I'm even wearing a cape. Maybe I have angel wings on. Something beautiful, something demure though. But also over the top and stunning. And make it like a theater performance, but as a funeral. Well, that's about it. So, thanks for joining and thanks for listening to my Hyperfixations. This is the week of September 27, 28, whatever. You heard it here first, folks. Have a great week and stay out of trouble. Bye.